There is no rich man on earth that is a salary earner.
There's no rich man on earth who is a salary earner.
None. Everyone that is wealthy today, they don't depend on salary alone. Number 2, there is no rich man on earth that has only one source of income.
Never.
Not one. Number 3, every rich man on earth, all of them without fail, real estate is part of what they use to retain their wealth. Schools were not created to make you rich. They were created to discipline and train you to function the way those that need you want you to function. So if you meet with elderly people in their 70s or in their 80s, and they are to ask you, they won't ask you what course do you study. They will say, what is your discipline? That's what they do. They won't say, what course do you study?
Yes.
They say, what is your discipline? That means, what have you been disciplined to become? That's why all your life, you have an identity. You go to school, when you come out, they say, what's this? I say, I'm doctor, I'm engineer. You forget your name. You now start introducing yourself with the title they gave you because you went to school to be trained to become what they want you to become. So there was nothing wrong in education in the days of our parents. But what they did not realize was that the colonial masters were using this for a purpose. That is why we still have the problems today. So when you go to school, they teach you to become this, and then you become it. But the world has evolved. We have moved from industrial age now. We are now in the age of technology. We are in what we call the 4th industrial revolution. The 5th one is emerging now. So all those things now, don't forget that when we were growing up, if you say you want to be an actor, you say, hear me. You want to be a footballer, hey, village people. Today now everybody wants to be a footballer. But all those things have now expired. Now everybody wants to move to the next level, IT, tech. And all the tech. So
tech
that's the way. So now, when you go to school, you learn, you come to use. But in order for them to keep you for 5 years or 4 years, they have to teach you what you need and what you don't need. Over 80% of what you learn in school today is useless when you graduate.
Over 80%.
Over 80%.
Yes.
It's useless. When
The
you graduate.
YDX.
Over 80% is useless. Now, number 2, the world that existed when you do, is it the matric they will do first? I mean, convocation.
Matric first, convocation last.
The word that existed when you did matric, by the time you are doing convocation with the next round, that word is no more in existence. Because every 5 years, there's a new world. 2019 and now are 2 different worlds. Pre-COVID, post-COVID. In 2019, nobody will ask you, is it virtual? It was not in our vocabulary. That's a new word. Before 2019, nobody will say, I want to work remotely. So if you are still now oppressing, no, you cannot do this. It's because you are still an analog mind in a digital age. You don't realize that things have changed. So companies are now rewriting policies, rewriting HR policy. Why? Because it's a new world. So people that are now telling you go to school, go and study this, go and study that, they are not bad people, but they are expired people. They are sincere, but they are sincerely wrong. They are telling you to go and do something that is useless. They are telling you to go and prepare to solve problem of yesterday instead of preparing you to solve tomorrow's problem. So they are no more relevant. So go to school to study a course that will solve today and tomorrow's problem. Not yesterday's problem. Because with the advent of AI, 4th industrial revolution, animatics, robotics, 3D printing, forget it all. All these courses you are studying is useless. So if you say you are doing medical doctor, medicine is expiring. Right now, medicine has expired up to 70%. We are 30% of medicine because there is nothing you want to do in medicine that AI cannot do, that machine cannot do, that robots cannot do. So if you are going to study medicine now, you are wasting your life away. And people are still starting now. They are entering school year 1 to go and do 7 years, and they will spend 50,000, 100,000. They will spend money, dollar, borrow money, student loan for the next 15 years. Now, why am I saying don't do that? Because the need are limited. So if we used to need 2 billion doctors, now we need 500,000. Just using that as a statistic. So the need is now reduced. And if all of you are rushing there, you will have nothing to do. So go and do my research. Fact check this. Majority of people now have master's degree that they are not using.
Yes.
Why? Because by the time they finish school, no job. Oh yeah, Kuku lost your master. Sai lost your master. They'll do master. By the time they now want to get a job, they will now use the BSc to go and get a job. Because they can't get a job. So there are a lot of people with masters now working with the lower degree. So what is all that? You're a master of nothing. Why? Because schools don't teach you financial intelligence. So everybody's going to school. When you now finish the school, you now want to look for a job. Who should now create the job?
That
So
you are
any
looking
education
for.
that is not teaching you how to become a job creator is a useless education. Any education that is not equipping you to begin to earn and add value to the environment is a expired education. So we're not saying don't go to school, get us right. But we're saying if you are going to go to school, the way the creator intended it is everybody is born with gift, talent, and potential. Everything that the spider needs to spin a web is inside the spider. Your gold is tied to your gift. Your treasure is tied to your talent. Your profit is tied to your potential. So the way you're supposed to do is discover what you have, then you now go and train to develop what you have. then you deploy it. So if you know people have studied medicine that are now fashion designer. People have studied architecture that are now cooks. So if you know you are a cook, once you have discovered that it's cooking, go to cooking school straight. Spend 1 year and start saying, these are the things you need to look for. So if you are listening to me right now, number one, what do you love to do? What is that thing that you love doing it? That you just love it? What is that thing that if you are doing it, you don't get tired?
It comes easy.
It just comes easy. People will struggle. I've written over 100 books today. How did I know I was good at writing? I just love writing. And what is that thing that is so easy for you to do, but difficult for others to do? Because when I discovered this writing, I was in school in Polytechnic, and then when what they call this, is it literary debater or this press club or something? So they'll just say, write about this, submit next year. I say, one that just reach the next day, say, I say, this is your flow. Then I will hear people say, I've been trying to write a book for 3 years. I say, they have writer's block. I'm like, what's that? Me, where are they? I've written 8 books in 1 day before. This School of Money, I wrote it in 9 days. This one, I wrote it in 5 days. This book here, I just went to my house in London, sat down for 1 week, no sleeping, just... That's what I write. People wonder, say, is it good? No, I type. I used to write with paper and biro. I only recently started typing. I'm old school like that. Why? It's grace. So when I realized that, this thing is grace, I sat down there. I began to develop it. So what is that thing that even if they don't pay you, you will still do it?
Yes.
Those are your passion. Then number 4, what are the things that people see and say about you? You see a lot of people, they say, you too talk. That means something about your mouth. There's something about your mouth. So when a woman was talking about the fact that they say your child talks too much, he talks too much, he too, they complain. God say, why are you complaining? Pray for him that God will give him something to say that people will pay for. And that's how the woman changed it. And the guy is a major guy now, charging $40,000 to do 1 hour speech. So what are the things that people are saying about you? Sometimes you are not a pastor, say, pastor, they'll be calling you a lawyer, engineer. They are calling you what they are saying. Next, what are the things that people find it easy to support you about? There are some things you want to do, nobody wants to support you. But some things, they say, if you want to do that, I will support you. Say, why am I? Because provision. Where there is a vision, there is a provision. So we go for vision. So whatever you find it easy for people to support you, when you ask for it, people are ready to help you. Even when you're there, if you are ready for this, I will do it. Why are they ready to pay for this one? Where I want to do, they're not ready. That means there's something there. Yeah. So those are all the signs. What are the things that you can give 100% of your life to? That if that's all you have to do, you do it. Those are the pointers to what your passion is. What are the experiences you have gone through that you have conquered? Because God always brings us out of a misery and create a ministry out of that misery. So most of the time, people that are into healing ministry, they have been sick before. People that are into prosperity ministry, they have been poor before. Most of the time, God brings you out to send you back to where he brought you out from, to go and set people free with the same freedom he has given you. But in this part of the world, we want to hide our past and hide our experiences. But those are the pointers to your future, because vision is insight. Based on, vision is foresight. Based on insight with the benefit of hindsight. So vision is foresight. Where do I see God taking me to? From the way I'm feeling, I think this is the direction. Based on that experience, I think that's why I went through this, that's why I went through that. This is where I should go. That's what vision is. It's the unfolding of that dimension. Now listen, for you to ever succeed in business, you need technical skills and business skills. So you are a good cook, technical skill. It doesn't mean you will succeed in business. You are a fashion designer, you can sew clothes. It doesn't mean you will succeed in fashion business. So you need business skills. So now you can cook, that's technical skill. Do you know how to get customer? Do you know how to price? Do you know how to manage money? Do you know how to manage crisis? That is business skill. So what needs to happen is you now need to partner. So you have the technical skill, and then you get someone that has a business skill, and then you run a restaurant. You are behind the scene, making sure the food is good, all the recipe is good, but the person is the one in charge of the business. You may even be the owner that have 80%, but the person is the one everybody will know that has the 20%. So he's doing the show, you are doing the business. But if you have ego, that they must know me, now me get the business, show me for poster, show me for this, then you are not ready. Because you achieve more when you don't care who gets the credit. But when you want to be the one, think about it. All the musicians we know today that we are shouting that they are making this, do you know they have manager? Do you know their manager? The manager is making more money than them. Yeah. The people that manage them are collecting 70%. All this one that they shout in the game, now 30% though, now they shout though. Someone they collect 70, in name no they everywhere. It just they one place, they do the business, nobody know them. Look, I've told you earlier on, religion is more dangerous than the devil. Listen to me. Ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. Many of the problem in our culture is ignorance. And you cannot pray your way out of a problem you behaved your way into.
Oh.
So people come to church and they want a pastor to lay hands on them to become what they are not. I can't lay hands on you. I can't anoint you to become a pilot. You see, if I give you 10 million now, you are not a millionaire. You have millions.
Yes.
A millionaire is who you are. Millions is what you have.
Hey!
So when you understand the way this works, so if you are a 5 million naira person and I give you 20 million, until that 20 million becomes 5 million, your brain will not work. You will waste it, you will give people, you will buy what you don't need, because everything, money will come to your level of internal atmosphere. The more you learn, the more you earn. Your learning capacity determines your earning capacity. And if you're a 5 million, so you will buy iPhone, buy this, spend money. When you remain 5 million, you say, what do I do with this money? That's when your brain will start working. It's like somebody that jumps out of a 3,000 bungee jumping. They now say, well, it's 10,000, remove your parachute. That's when your brain will work. If you are a 10 million person and I give you 1 million, that money will go to 10 million by
Straight up.
time. So most of the time we are thinking of urgent 2K, give me this, give me that. No. Become. Read your Bible. This born again thing we are talking about. Read it. When the man came to Jesus, we are always thinking, what must I do to inherit eternal life?
Yes.
His focus on was, what must I do? And God said, no, except a man be. You must be. Being is more important than doing. When you become it, you have to become rich to attract riches. You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. So you have to focus on becoming the kind of person that can be entrusted with that money.
See it to get it.
So you have to become it. So what beside what's not? So when I'm saying what I'm saying, I know what I'm talking about. You have to become it. So we should focus on becoming the kind of person that can be trusted with that kind of resources. Because there's kingdom wealth, there's worldly wealth. In the kingdom wealth is not acquired. Kingdom wealth is entrusted. He has to trust you before he can put wealth in your hand. In the world, you can make money through Babylon and all those stuff, but at the end of the day, you see what happens to the life.